A closer look at the looming expiration of the ceasefire in the Middle East. From Neural Newscast, I'm Vanessa Calderon.
And I'm Victor Hale. The 10-day ceasefire between the United States and Iran is set to expire tomorrow evening, and prospects for an extension appear increasingly slim. President Trump has signaled the United States military is ready to resume operations if a breakthrough is not reached in these final hours.
The rhetoric from the White House this morning was remarkably direct. During an interview on CNBC, the president said he does not want to extend the ceasefire because there isn't enough time. He noted that he expects to resume strikes, suggesting he believes that is a more effective stance for negotiations. He essentially described the military as being ready to go.
The administration is framing this as a position of strength. While the president claimed Iran has no choice but to negotiate, signals from Tehran suggest otherwise. Iran's top negotiator, Mohammad Bagher Ghalib, warned they will not accept negotiations under the shadow of threat. He claims Iran has prepared new tactical options on the battlefield if hostilities resume after Wednesday's deadline.
That defiance is notable because we're also seeing reports of a significant internal rift in Tehran. Sources suggest a growing divide between the Revolutionary Guard, which wants to continue the fight, and the political leadership, which may be looking for a way to maintain the ceasefire. It makes the upcoming talks in Pakistan very uncertain.
Uncertain is the word. Vice President JD Vance is expected to head to Islamabad for the second phase of peace talks. But Iranian state media is currently denying that any officials have even left Tehran. They are flatly contradicting reports from Pakistani sources that say delegations have already landed. If Tehran does not show up, the Wednesday evening deadline becomes a hard wall for military action.
While we wait for a diplomatic sign, the situation on the water is escalating. On Sunday, the United States Navy seized an Iranian cargo ship, the MV Tuska. President Trump called it a possible gift from China, implying the ship was carrying supplies to restock Iranian forces during the truce. Then, overnight, the Pentagon confirmed United States forces boarded another sanctioned tanker, the MT Tiffany, in the Indo-Pacific.
Tehran has responded by calling these seizures acts of piracy and demanding the immediate release of the Tuska. This naval pressure is part of a larger blockade. The Strait of Hormuz is effectively a ghost town now. Only 12 vessels have crossed in the last 24 hours, and there are roughly 800 ships stuck in the Persian Gulf. Iran reclosed the strait on Saturday after briefly declaring it open.
The economic ripple effect is massive. The International Energy Agency is now calling this the biggest energy crisis in history. For travelers, the disruption to oil supplies has added over $100 to the cost of long-haul flights from Europe. A flight from Paris to New York is estimated to be about $152 more expensive in fuel costs alone compared to before the war started in February 1st.
Those costs are a secondary concern to the human toll being reported. Iran's forensics chief states that nearly 3,400 people have been killed in the country since the United States and Israeli strikes began on February 28th. In Lebanon, the death toll has passed 2,200. Israel has also faced losses, with 12 soldiers and 23 civilians killed in ballistic missile attacks since the start of Operation Roaring Lion.
CENTCOM has also confirmed 13 United States service members have been killed in the conflict. In Jerusalem, there's been a focus on the fallen during Memorial Day ceremonies. Mossad chief David Barnea went public with the death of an agent killed abroad during Operation Roaring Lion, stating that the agent's work with technology and strategy significantly influenced the campaign against Iran.
At those same ceremonies, Defense Minister Israel Katz emphasized that the military will continue to apply pressure to disarm Hezbollah in Lebanon. He warned that if the Lebanese government fails to meet its obligations, the IDF will take military action. It's clear the Israeli leadership sees the current ceasefire not as an end, but as a period to ensure their security objectives are met.
The clock stops tomorrow evening. Between the naval blockades, the soaring fuel prices, and the total lack of confirmation from Tehran for the Islamabad talks, the region is bracing for what happens when that Wednesday deadline passes. President Trump's stance suggests the United States isn't looking to wait around for a diplomatic miracle.
It is a high-stakes standoff, and both sides are already trading accusations of ceasefire violations. If the bombing resumes as the president expects, the current energy crisis and the humanitarian situation in the Middle East could enter a much more volatile phase. We will be watching the status of the delegation in Pakistan very closely over the next 12 hours.
We'll keep you updated as the situation evolves. From Neural Newscast, I'm Vanessa Calderon.
And I'm Victor Hale. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.